Everyone has probably already begun to wonder, what will happen to Skibidi toilets? And also, when will the new episode be released? And today in this video, I will answer the questions that interest you. Today we will talk about Mr. DaFuk Boom and about the new episode. Also, there will be a few crazy theories from me. There will also be a special guest in my video, with whom we will also talk about questions about the new episode. So be sure to watch until the end so you don't miss anything. I'm also very happy because on the last video we get 21,000 likes. But I also hope that on this video we can get even 30,000 likes. We also already have almost 500,000 subscribers. And this is all your merit. I hope in a few months we can reach 1 million. Also subscribe to the channel who is not subscribed because almost all of my viewers watch me without subscribing. Hello friends, you're on the channel. Subscribe to the channel and press the like button under the video to speed up the release of the next video. And let's go. And let's start with DaFuk Boom. You all already know what situation is happening now. Some guys are actively attacking the DaFuk Boom channel and throwing strikes. And of course, this greatly affects the release date of the episodes, since, in addition to work, Mr. DaFuk must deal with all of this. But there is also good news that DaFuk successfully removed the 3 strikes that were thrown at him. And he also restored all the old episodes that were deleted. But the hackers are not giving up and continue to try to deprive DaFuk of the opportunity to publish content. Of course, we certainly hope that DaFuk can handle all this. But how long will this situation drag on? Elite, what do you think about this?
I think it already has gone too far at this point, and it shouldn't go any further, but the strikers are saying that they are not going to stop. But luckily, YouTube stepped in early, and hopefully they actually put some protective measures for DaFuk in the process as well. I guess time will tell if this continues or not. I don't think it's going to affect the upload schedule anymore because of how fast it was resolved. And everyone needs to understand that normally this situation shouldn't have escalated like this at all. It's insane to me that false strikes have been thrown and these people publicly admitted that they did it. I don't know what type of person admits that they broke the law, but that's crazy.
Yes, this has already gone very far, and it's just a crazy situation. But I hope that everything will be resolved soon. And for now, the situation has turned in favor of the DaFuk Boom. And I hope that soon he will surprise us again with a new and legendary episode. And now let's talk a little about the new episode. I'll also tell you some of my theories. We'll also think about what will happen there, and perhaps in the whole season. And a little later, the Elite and I will tell you when the new episode will be released, so watch until the end so you don't miss it. Also, don't forget to smash like, as our goal is 30,000 likes for this video. And let's go. I want to talk a little more about the Skibidi scientist. In my recent videos, I said that he is a robot, and he is made of very strong metal. And I forgot to tell you about one more fact why he is definitely a robot. In this moment, we see how the cameraman cuts with a circular saw the scientist's face, and there wasn't a single scratch on the scientist. His eye was only destroyed, but if you think about it, the saw was aimed not only at the eye, since it is quite large, and also touches his face, but the Skibidi scientist didn't even feel it. Perhaps the Terminator?
You weird, buddy.
He's very strange. I think that all that's left of him is his brains. And his body is made of vibranium, since he's not afraid of any damage, even acid. Well, okay, there's no need to talk about him anymore, since I've already told you everything about him in my previous videos. And now I won't talk much about Astro Toilets. The last time we saw them was in episode 60. I also said that we will see them again in episode 70. But the question is, what is their role in that series and what are they up to? Astro Toilets are probably the most secretive guys in the entire history of the series, and they are even stranger than the TV men, which we will also talk about later. But first, let's deal with Astro Toilets. At the end of episode 66, I noticed a very strange detail. The quality will be very bad since DaFuk clearly wanted to hide it, but take a closer look at this flying object. And I have 2 options for what it was. The first option is very logical and illogical at the same time. And now I'll explain to you. Remember how the scientist shot at the Plunger Man, and then he fell to the ground? Well, there is a chance that it was the Plunger Man, since this object is flying from below and from exactly the place where the Plunger Man fell. And maybe it was him. But why did I say that this is also not logical? And in fact, everything is simple. I am 100% sure that the Plunger would not have run away from the battlefield. He wanted to fight with an entire army of toilets in episode 50. He also knew that he could die in the second part of episode 57. And he was ready to sacrifice himself, and did not give up until the very end. He also always fought with the cameraman Titan, and I don't believe that such a hero as Plunger Man will escape from the battlefield and will leave his best friend to die. And this is precisely why this theory is not logical. But guys, There is also a theory that he still realized that the enemies were very strong since they were even able to defeat him, and he flew to the TV men's base for help. This is also a good theory. And I would say that this is true, but let's not rush, since I have one more option. It's even possible that it was the same UFO toilet from episode 60. And believe me, this is also very logical. And now I'm going to tell you explosive information, so you better buckle down so you don't fall. In episode 60, the Astro Toilets are trying to kill Gmail Toilet because he screwed up with Titan Speakerman. And suddenly the Skibidi scientist stood up for him. And we found out in episode 60 that he stood up specifically for the fake Gmail because he has small lasers. But the Astro Toilets don't know that he was a fake Gmail. And this is the whole point. Now look at the lasers of the new Gmail from the second part of episode 67. They are the same as they were in episode 47 and also in episode 57. And this means that it is Gmail from 4757 and episode 67 is the original. And the Astro Toilets know this, and that's why we see the Astro Toilet in this episode. He followed Gmail to kill him. But when he saw the scientist, he was afraid to fight them alone. Or he saw that the toilets successfully killed the cameraman and decided not to touch them, since this option also suits him. And as for me, this is an incredible theory. DaFuk clearly has something in store for us. And I'm sure that we will see Astro Toilets with their new plan already in episode 70. And why in episode 70? You can find out in this video. I spoke in great detail about the connection of all episodes with complete numbers. Anyway, what about the TV men? I recently rewatched the old episodes of Skibidi Toilet and also noticed a very interesting detail. But let's take it in order. We have already seen the logo of the toilet base in episode 67. That same sign was on the TV men base in episode 66. And here's my theory. I think that there are and have been traitors among TV men a very long time ago, around the beginning of the series. And perhaps earlier TV men collaborated with toilets. I understand that this sounds like nonsense, but listen carefully. There are 3 toilets here and the same logo, and this is clearly not a coincidence. Among the TV men, there are several traitors, and this can be seen in their attitude towards other agents. Some of them always have an unhappy face and they leave agents to die. Some of them are rude to other agents, and this is all for a reason. And now look what I noticed in episode 20. In this episode, Gmail fought with Cameraman, and we look at how Gmail appeared, and it turned out that he could fly. But the important thing is that there was black smoke. And if there is black smoke, it means that it is a teleport. I don't argue that the smoke can also come from destruction, and this was seen in episode 33. But in episode 20, I think that there was a teleport there. And I noticed that we began to recognize a lot of facts from old episodes. And here's an example. In episode 20, Gmail could already fly and teleport. And in episode 13, we saw a mutant who could also shoot lasers from his eyes. But not long ago, all the analysts said that toilets couldn't shoot from the eyes. And TV men collaborated with toilets a long time ago, and some of them still support them. And for this reason, the scientist has all their technologies. Also write what you think about this in the comments. Anyway, let's talk about the new episode and when it's coming out. Elite, what do you think about this?
From the looks of it, in the last 3 weeks, DaFuk is probably going to try and keep a weekly schedule, which means we'll most likely get a new episode every Friday, unless there is a special circumstance. At least that would be my guess.
He has recently begun to adhere to a certain schedule, and I also think that the new episode will be released somewhere on Friday or Saturday. Even if he is going through difficult times now, we will still believe in him. And we hope that the new episode will be released on this week. And it will be one of the legendary episodes in history, since TV Man Titan will appear there. But also, my beloved viewers, write what you think about my theories in this video and also when the new episode comes out. Also, subscribe to Elite Cameraman and like this video if you want more collaborations like this.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Elite Cameraman out.
See you, Elite, and thank you for being a guest. And also thanks to all my viewers for their support. Also, if you watch this video to the end, then write in the comments Data Bio family. And I will be interested to see how many loyal fans I have. And you were on the channel, and see you in my new videos.